Thank you. Sometimes I think the greatest fraud perpetrated by our mass media is the distorted idea it presents of romantic love. Now, I don't mean for 1 minute to deny romance its vital role in life. We'd all be the poorer without it. But too many young people today get the idea, probably from television and movies mainly, that romance is the be-all and end-all of marriage. They figure that the first sign of twitterpation is automatically a signal to sign a lifelong contract. And when that highly unstable condition disappears, and it almost always does, the only thing left to do is to annul the contract. Let me just say, for the record, they're wrong on both counts. Just the other day, a young wife came into my office shedding bitter tears. There was just no thrill left in her marriage, she said. Here she'd been married all of 9 months, and now her husband's touch just didn't set her heart to pounding the way it did on their honeymoon. Fortunately, she said, she had found another boy who was really attractive to her. This one, she was sure, was the one who could really make her happy. Although she'd just about made up her mind to divorce her husband, she asked me what I thought about the situation. In any event, she told me she simply had to recapture the thrill of romance. Well, after this word, I'll tell you precisely what my thoughts on the subject were. What I told this pretty young thing about recapturing the thrill of romance probably struck her as being the words of an old fogey. Suppose I told her this new excitement with another man should last only for 9 months, as it did with your husband. What then? Romance is really the kindling of true love, but as with any good fire, it needs bigger wood to sustain it. A newspaper survey of 400 happily married couples shows that the average time needed for husband and wife to adjust to each other is 6 years, meaning that for many of them, even more than that was required. Nothing is more preposterous than to think because romance has flamed out, so to speak, you can't replace it with something even more rewarding. The thing to remember is this, that sustained sexual happiness requires constant fueling of mutual giving, of compassion, of patience, of thoughtfulness. And if you don't believe it, just ask any happily married man or woman.